Greetings from Datagaps. In this short overview, we would like to showcase how DataOps Suite can provide a solution that is not only comprehensive, but also a great return on investment, and overall boost to quality of your data pipeline. Firstly, a quick refresher on why data quality matters. Multiple studies have shown how data quality directly impacts more than 26% of a firm's revenue. This isn't a shocking number when considering that most data incidents take about 9 hours to resolve, which inherently takes up about 40% of a data engineer's workday. With 10 years of experience in the field across multiple sectors, including banking, healthcare, logistics, and education, we at Datagaps have solved these problem statements numerous times. We have multiple success stories under our belt for data quality monitoring, migration validation, transformation validation, and BI validation. The most common quote for our success story is that post-implementing Datagaps automated solutions, our clients' data engineers are free to focus on the actual problem statements as opposed to data quality issues and restarting pipelines. Now that we have set the stage, we can define the points of the pipelines where data validation and governance are crucial. We will use a standard ETL pipeline as a reference for the base architecture. This includes ingestion of data from various vendors and sources and different formats. Collecting the data into a landing zone before curating it and preparing it with transformation tools. Pushing the datasets into a production warehouse before segregating the datasets into data marts. Finally, the views and tables from production are used in BI tools and analytics for the creation of reports and driving business decisions. With multiple layers, schemas, and DBs in sequence along transformations and migrations to push the datasets from a raw state to pre-processed, fully processed, and finally analysis-ready views, we have identified 6 major chunks where validation is paramount. We start with validation at ingestion. While the application has the capability to connect with the vendor directly to validate and score the data in terms of quality before it's even pulled into the system, this function can be performed at any stage. Volume checks, null checks, domain checks, parent-child relation checking, foreign key checks, duplicity checks, and many more user-defined rules with a zero-code deployment system, with parameterized, exportable templates for easy management can be deployed and maintained through the suite. We apply the shift-left philosophy to ensure we catch errors or discrepancies as early as possible, as rectifying these requires the least amount of resources and time. Secondly, we perform migration validation. A side note, we have a complete setup to automate the validation of cloud or on-prem migration systems. A success story of ours involves an on-premise SQL Server system being transferred to the cloud version of Snowflake. Datagaps automation system helped the client with the validation of datasets, transformations, as well as BI reporting. In the current example, we use migration validation to perform a full data comparison or a profile comparison of the files at the vendors against the received datasets in the landing zone. The application isolates mismatches, missing records, metadata discrepancies, rounding errors, allows reconciliation logic, and much more. The application ensures the datasets between any two platforms, be files against a database against another database, or API output against a BI report, to name a few examples. The suite provides an automated wizard to map datasets of any format against another with automatic mapping, data type conversion, metadata conversions, and thresholding, amongst other features. The end user does not spend any time manually setting these up, nor managing them overtly, and this makes change or addition validation a breeze. Data rules play an important role throughout validating data in motion within a pipeline. The suite provides users with a zero-code no-code system to define, parameterize, and run rules on multiple dimensions such as unicity, duplicity, completeness, validity, and more. The rules are also used to define business requirements and attribute validation. These rules are easily transferable within test cases and models. The application also provides a wizard to automate the deployment of data rules to hundreds of datasets at once. Next, ETL and logic validation. To ensure that the transformations and aggregations are accurate and to make sure that they do not leave unforeseen repercussions to the consequent datasets and layers. We can apply white box and black box testing for transformations with replications of SQL, Python, DB script, and Scala code or using the user-defined rules on datasets. While preparing data from landing to curated, ensure that each transformation is giving the expected results by validating them against rules and datasets. With an AI assistant to help create queries and code, the developer can easily offload the task of validating the transformation. Data observability is the next validation stage. Note that this tool can be applied as early as the ingestion layer. Here, we apply a complete set of validations of the data before pushing it to reporting and analytics. This involves user-defined rule sets across all the datasets, profiling the datasets and reports, and machine learning-based anomaly detection. Everything ranging from pattern alterations, volume shifts, distribution shifts, percentages of null, and much more is noted, and any anomalies found are notified to the end users. The suite ensures that the data leaving your system, be it in the form of files, views, or reports, gets validated against business rules, past profiles, and expected patterns. Finally, we have BI validation. This could be considered one of the most important aspects of any pipeline, as here, the data will be used to drive business decisions. It is crucial that the reports remain trustworthy through upgrades, deployments, and migrations. To achieve this, the application deploys automated tools for upgrade testing, regression testing, reports-to-data testing, report-to-report testing, performance testing, security testing, and stress testing for multiple BI tools. To round out, each aspect of the test cases comes with automatic report generation, scheduler, notification systems, integration with test plans, CI/CD tools, and plugin support. A quick note on the architecture and security: the application can be installed directly onto your infrastructure behind your firewalls to ensure data compliance is being met and no data leakage occurs. The application holds multiple ISO certifications and is on the AWS and Azure Marketplace. For more details on security and compliance, don't hesitate to get in touch with us directly. Now for a showcase of the product. We will be running through a few predefined use cases. But first, let's see the library of connectors. As seen, the application can connect to any JDBC source, pull flat or hierarchical files from on-prem and cloud locations, any REST API connector, and even BI tools such as Power BI and Tableau. Our first showcase is of the Data Quality Monitor. The DQM system can connect to any ingestion layer and pull the tables and views to which rules and anomaly detection can be applied. A score is calculated at a record level and aggregated to a table, model, and an overall level. As seen, we can zoom in to find the columns causing deficits in the quality. The rules seen here are created from a no-code system with parameterized rules that can be easily exported to other tables. Our next example illustrates migration validation. Here we have a test case that was automatically generated by the suite. The object mapping, column mapping, metadata mismatch handling, and thresholding were handled by the suite. The end result is a full data compare that isolates the mismatched records as new dataset which can be used for reporting and reconciliation. Furthermore, the application also segregates the records found in one of the datasets but not the other and keeps track of duplicates. Moving on to ETL validation. We start with a white box testing example. The example here is to showcase how to validate a column transformation. In this example represented by geography key, the user replicates the logic implementation on the source and compares the transformed dataset against the updated dataset to find out a potential mapping or conditional issue, marked by the mismatch pattern of 18 and 20 as seen. For black box testing, we showcase how the logic of a transformation can be tested with a rule set. The rules-based templates make a return to help validate the transformation. The incorrect records are once again isolated and can be used for further inquiry. For transformation, the user can use the AI assistant as well as a query builder to offload code creation, thus reducing time spent on validations of transformations. Our final example is our profiling and anomaly detection showcase. In the example, we are using a Tableau report, but this use case can be applied to outbound files and views as well. We capture the profiles and metrics of the dataset on each run, or a set cadence. The suite then uses machine learning to find out the anomalies. Anomalies such as a shift in volume, a shift in distinct counts, a change in the pattern of text, a shift in the mean value, or a shift in the distributions can be caught. Furthermore, predictions in metrics can be segregated across multiple dependent variables and seasonality for a better outlier catch. To conclude, we like to showcase the auto-generated reports for each test case that can hold snapshots, checkpoints, sample records, and much more. These reports can also be customized by the end user to create their own dashboards for monitoring and management. These reports can then be sent ahead to the communication channels, test plans, or notification systems. Each element of this showcase can be generated in an automated fashion, with a zero-code base, and can directly integrate with your existing tools. Our end goal is to ensure that the quality of your data and pipelines remains high without any manual intervention. Lastly, a reminder that this is only the tip of the iceberg that is the DataOps suite. For more details and questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you.